Alright, here we are at the backing tracker. The backing tracker has two uses. One is to create your own backing tracks and chord charts, and the other is to jam along with the awesome song library. Let's do the easy part first. So to access the song library, you go to the bottom of the screen, click on All Songs, and there is an alphabetical list of songs that's continually growing that our various users and students are adding. So if you click on a song, let's say Jed Clampett, the song chords come up. Now the great thing about this is you can manipulate it to add changes. So for example, if you want to change the key, go up to the key drop down and you have a variety of keys. The next element you can change is the starting clicks. You can leave it at the standard 4 or jump up to the 8. Finally, you can add a capo if you wish and click the capo drop down to choose the fret that you're putting your capo on. And lastly, you can select numbers instead of chords if you like that system as well. When you have the song to your liking, you can then select the tempo down here at the bottom, and you can also change tempo while the song is playing. Now we hit play or hit the space bar. And there's your robot guitar player playing along for you. Now of course, if that's too slow, let's go back down to the tempo control and click the plus upward till we get it to the tempo of our liking. Now let's talk about the super fun part, creating your own backing track. You go down to New Song in the lower left, click it, and now we have a blank backing tracker interface. The first thing you do is choose your key. We're going to go up here to the key drop down, put it in the people's key of G. Then we're going to choose the time signature. Let's say we'd like to make a waltz. We're going to leave it at 4 clicks at the start and not use the capo today. And we're going to leave it in chord letters as opposed to numbers. Now we're ready to start composing a backing track in your backing tracker. Simply cursor down to the bottom and you'll see the chord boxes. When you click on a chord box, it gives you 3 options: major, minor, or 7th. Let's leave it major for now, and then when you choose the chord, you're going to left click or tap and hold and drag that chord up into the desired spot in the measure. We continue on throughout the song. Let's say we want 2 bars of G. We leave the second bar blank, of course, because the chord goes until you change it. And then we're going to put a C in at this 3rd measure. I'm going to repeat the process. Go down here, drag the C up to that 3rd measure. Now I go to these buttons under the line and I do plus line for a new blank line. Now if for some reason I wanted to duplicate the line, I would have simply went duplicate line, and that recreates the line. Notice I'm hitting minus line to get rid of that, okay? So we'll explain plus section here in a minute. So now we're going to create a new line, plus line. Let's say we want our song to go to A minor here on the beginning of the 2nd bar. Then we're going to go down to the A, click it, select A minor. Notice that will stay what you chose it until you change it. Now we're going to do the same process, left click and drag up into that bar. Now we're going to have 2 bars of A minor, and let's play cliche and say this last bar we're going to do as a D7. So I go down to the D, I click and select D7, then I drag it up into the appropriate measure. Okay, let's make this the ending of our first part. Here I'm going to title the first part, predictably, first part. Now to create a new section, we first have to decide if we want this first part to repeat or not. If you want it to just simply play through once, then we're going to drag up a double bar line. If you want it to repeat, now we're going to drag up a repeat sign. Let's say we want to be fancy dancy and have our part repeat. I'm going to put the repeat sign at the top and bottom of that part. Now I'm going to click new section, plus section over here, and that creates a space. I like to title it first so we don't forget. This is going to be 2nd part. Now let's say we get a little jiggy with it and we're going to start our 2nd part of the song in a different non-diatonic chord. Let's say we go to B7 and be jazzy. I'm going to choose B7, drag it up. Let's say we have 2 bars of B7, and then how about 2 bars of E7, doing some nice circle of fifths action. Now I'm going to go down here and we're going to go ahead and duplicate the line because we want to go back to B7, but then we want to do a turnaround here to end our song quicker. So I'm going to add an E7 here, an A minor here, and a D7 here. Now, that's going to end the song, so we're going to drag up the double bar right here. And now the fun part, we're going to title our song. I'm going to call it Awesome Jam. And there we have it. Click Save, and your song is now entered into your song library and the All Songs library. Now let's go ahead and bump it up to a peppy 160. I'm going to click the space bar, and we can jam on our song we've just created. What an awesome waltz. All right, now we're going to access our song in the main library. So looking for the wonderful title Awesome Jam, I'm going to click on All Songs. We've now got our song right here where awesome would be. Also, if you look in My Songs, you'll see it quicker because that's just the ones that you've added to the app. All right, let's go ahead and save this song for future jam sessions. I'm going to click Print, and you'll notice that a PDF is created and drops down into your browser bar. When you open that up, you'll have an actual printable version of the song that you can either email or print and take to jam sessions. The backing tracker can also be an awesome tool to practice playing along with new chord progressions. If I want to do just a chord exercise, I'm going to click New Song. Let's go ahead and title this Chord Exercise. And then, let's say we want to practice playing a random wacky series of chords starting in G. I select the key. And let's challenge ourselves here. We're going to go G for 2 bars. How about A for 2 bars, plus line? How about B minor for 2 bars? And then C for 2 bars. That would be a great exercise to practice improvising over. And now you can do it till the cows freeze over. Click a peppy tempo, the space bar, and away you go. Happy improvising.